Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming back to Deb Chanel's 40s World, where we definitely do reports on in and everything. I mean, first it was Tiger Woods and his DUI, then it turned out not to be anything about alcohol, but more so prescription drugs. Him just forgetting where he was, and him pretty much pulling over to the side, having his car run, but he sleep in it. Where they do that at and why? Why he just could not do the responsible thing and actually call a taxi and take his behind home and sleep off those drugs he was on. If so, we're always speaking allegedly. Okay, because the truth is there. Then the news media is twisting it to where they want to make good commentary to check in. But let's talk about this news story. This Kathy Griffin, isn't she a comedian, you all? Why is she getting so much flack? I mean, we're talking about freedom of speech, freedom to say what's on our minds. And why is she the only one getting fired? Shouldn't some of the people that gave permission for her to do a photo shoot using that type of graphic material? Speaking of our president of these United States of America we live in, were they not present either? I mean, she couldn't take a picture of her own self. You know, she could have took a selfie, but then we would have known. But this is professional work, but professional photography type work in a studio. So if she got fired, then the rest of the crew should have been fired too, or more so the person that gave her the okay for her to do this type of embarrassment of beheading our leader, our CEO in charge of our world. You know what I'm saying? Old grandpa up there. And the only way he's feeling some kind of way is because his grandson saw it or his son saw it. That's kind of, crazy. Because again, she couldn't have, meaning Kathy Griffin, put it out on her own. It was pretty much the network. So, who is the executive producer? Who is the producer of CNN? Shouldn't they be asked as well? But anyway, let's go on and get into this commentary that TMZ put out on this particular article. It says Kathy Griffin fired by CNN. No more New Year's Eve. Like really, they couldn't put no more commentary from her. They got to go wait to the end of the year when we're celebrating this current year we're in and moving into the next. I mean, really, that's how we're putting her. Again, she's a comedian, so she's gonna do outlandish type stuff, but she can't just all willy nilly do it on her own. She needs backup to give her the approval. So again, I'm questioning the whole scenario of this firing. Okay? Are they giving us subliminal messages that our great CEO of our country may get decapitated in some form or fashion? You know, what is this message really trying to tell us as viewers? But anyway, that's my sidebar. It says it's Kathy Griffin who's been cut off by CNN. Okay, I guess they taking a pun of cut off head, you know, referencing no, she the one really got axed, she got beheaded. I mean, really? Okay, they shouldn't even put that in. If they're gonna be serious about punishing someone for making a derogatory visual of someone and think it's funny when, of course it was done in poor taste, why are you gonna put or write an article in it as well? CNN, okay? Okay, so it's by CNN because she was just fired by the network, which means she will not ring in 2018 with Anderson Cooper. Okay, the network is reacting to the photo of Kathy holding a blooded, beheaded image of, I'm not going to speak his name because y'all know who it represents. So I don't want to get censored. That's why you chose the picture of not showing his face, but it was blurred out. But anybody who's up on news know exactly who I'm talking about. Y'all know CEO in charge, the one that gets to drive that big old engine of a plane that takes so many thousands of dollars or millions of dollars to escort him to and fro. Okay? But anyway, the one like to tweet a lot. The one that want to build a wall. He will go nameless, but y'all know. My smart viewers know what I'm talking about, who I'm talking about. But anyway, she gives her apologies. Clearly wasn't enough for CNN. Okay, as we reported, Anderson Cooper also lashed out at his former co-host and friend, saying, for the record, which is my sidebar, we didn't need to hear anything from Anderson Cooper. If he was not partaking of this debacleness of a showing of this, situation happening with, the current CEO in charge of our states, our country. What does he got an opinion for anyway? You know what I'm saying? This is just about her error in judgment, her comedy format sneaking out, trying to do something funny with it, but it didn't turn out the way she wanted it to turn out. Because, trying to behead somebody is not something we take lightly. That's like a threat in any essence. It's negative. So how she was gonna spin this into something very comical, hilarious, and lighthearted, I don't know what she was thinking. But anyway, it is what it is. She couldn't do everything by herself. So it needs to be some more heads need to roll. Okay. But that was my sidebar. But it says Anderson Cooper reacts by putting his 2 cents in pretty much. He's saying, for the record, I am appalled by the photo shoot Kathy Griffin took part in. It is clearly disgusting and completely inappropriate. Then it goes on to say Griffin did the New Year's Eve special since 2017. Well, of course, she's not going to be working and y'all fire her behind. We won't be seeing her. But it is what it is. But I'm like, everybody has the story out there. Every news media, every social media news entity talking about it. But I'm like, okay, what happened when our beloved CEO goes out there and tweet all kinds of stuff, talking about he want to build walls to keep people out. All this outlandish stuff. What he wants to do with Medicare. What he wants to do with the poverty. I, it's just crazy. These are all people's perspectives. Even though he has the piece de resistance, meaning the pens to sign everything into law, but he still has to go with Congress. They still have to have their say. You know what I'm saying? That's why we call it a democracy, if that even exists anymore. But I think that that's very unfair that they will censor her totally and put her as the one. I mean, what happened to the executive producer? What happened to the producers of the show? Can't none of this stuff get past them without an okay. I mean, she's not king of the hill. You know what I'm saying? She don't put her stamp on time. I'm gonna do this, and y'all gonna like it, and y'all gonna produce it. She don't have that kind of reign, and she's not really a A-lister comedian. At least, I don't watch her that way. Oh, excuse me. To me, she's not that really entertaining, but she might get a few kikis, a little ha-has here and there. But like I said, I don't follow her like that. But I just feel it's wrong, y'all. Y'all let me know y'all opinion. Was it done in bad choice of a performance she should have done? But again, taking account that she's a comedian and she does have people she has to answer to before she can do anything. What do y'all think about it? Did they take her freedom of speech? Even though she was trying to take it as a joke. I mean, think about all the other violent stuff they show us, even real, true beheadings that are going on that our media, social media outlet, or journalistic integrity news forums show us on live TV. That's in our third world countries out there doing things to their people that Americans they have definitely kidnapped and held hostage and want to behead them, or held some of their own countrymen. You know what I'm saying? They just do that too. The ISIS terroristic group. If you show us that on TV, how is that so, inhumane that, it's going to happen to one of our people? It shouldn't happen at all. No, we shouldn't have the joke. But then again, the outlet, the forum, the platform that we're putting her on to even put this out here, can't we hold them accountable as well? Okay, y'all, that was my spiel, my soap pop box. I have to tell y'all how I feel about certain things sometimes. I mean, if you're going to get one, you might well get the rest of them too, because they just as guilty. Okay, heads need to roll, not just hers, but some more heads that CNN definitely haven't given us. They gave her like the spokesperson of whatever she was doing, but get the folks that gave her permission to do it as well. That's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying. You're going to be fair. You're going to clean house, clean it from tip to the top to the bottom. Okay. That makes any sense. But anyway, that was my spiel on, hey, is this shit for real or not? That's going to be my next segment. Is this shit for real or not? Okay, I kind of like the way that sounds. What about y'all? Get in them comments. Tell me what what you want me to know. Please be respectful, okay? Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.